all I'm gonna say. Ladies, gentlemen, select gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Okay, this video is a little bit late, but here it is, and here we go. I'm sure the whole world knows by now, but in case you've been living under a rock, Ed Razek, who is the casting director of the Victoria's Secret fashion shows, currently did an interview with W Magazine, I believe it was, and when asked if transgender should be included in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, he replied saying, "No, I don't think we should." Well, why not? Because the show is a fantasy, a 42-minute entertainment special. Okay, I have some thoughts. But before we get there, I'm just gonna do a little backstory. You know me, just can't cut straight to the point, gotta tell a whole story. Now, my very first job ever in life, just me being 18 and out in the world, wanting to make a nice dollar and buy things for myself and do some hood rat things with my hood rat friends. Victoria's Secret was my very first job, and I felt so incredibly proud because I was working for a company that, one, had blush pink at every corner you turned, two, the brand stood for feeling beautiful and feeling sexy and feeling confident. I was so excited that that was my first experience in the workforce. And I do have to say this, when I worked at Victoria's Secret, I felt so protected and supported by the people I worked with, whether it was my managers or my coworkers or even some of my customers. And for me, this being my first job, that was speaking volumes to me because I didn't know what to expect being a trans woman in the workforce. I, thank God, never experienced any real discrimination, and I spent a good, I want to say 4 to 5 years with the brand, and I climbed the ladder. I kind of got into an elevated position, and I met some of the most lifelong friends that I have to this day. Shout out to my angels. And I, again, was just so proud to work for them. And anytime that the Victoria's Secret fashion shows would come on, I would just feel so empowered as a woman. And I would think to myself, like, damn, I would wish to just be the first transgender model or to be able to be in those fashion shows and get my wings. And it was a legit, maybe unattainable dream of mine. So when I heard the news, my heart sunk, and one, I thought to myself, like, this is just unfortunate timing for you to say something like this in the capacity that society is at right now. Like, that was one. Two, I just thought, damn, like the whole time that I was working for this brand, so proud to be a part of it, and would have probably done more had I not gotten into doing makeup. That's how y'all legit feel. Like, I felt like my family betrayed me, and I felt like I was betrayed by blood, basically. And you know, I took to Instagram, I went on my rant because I was like really in my feelings, Q and Drake. But I actually got to thinking, and I thought about this really deeply throughout this past month, I guess, since the news broke. And honestly, Victoria's Secret, you were right, and you hit the nail right on the head. Transgenders, we are not a fantasy. We are a complete reality. And this hit me because in my experience as a trans woman, or a woman who is transgender for that matter, I have been treated more times than not like somebody's fantasy or somebody's experiment or someone's secret, i.e. Victoria's Secret. And any trans woman would agree that that is no way to be treated, it is no way to be talked to, and it's no way to have to live your life. No matter what you feel about trans women, we are human, and we have feelings just like everybody else. And 98% of the time it's happened to me where I feel like I'm a very personable person, and when you're getting to know me, I give you 110% of me, and I'm the same no matter if doors are open, doors are closed, no matter what. I am consistent in my personality because, you know, I'm cool as fuck. But it's so crazy because you could actually have a connection with somebody, but once they figure out you're transgender, you see how the conversation switches. And if they don't leave, if they happen to be like the 5% of people who are okay with your situation, 3% of that turn it into something sexual or turn it into, oh, well, I've never done anything with a transgender, or I've never done this, but I've always dreamt about it, I've always fantasized, I've always wanted to experiment. And it dehumanizes you, and it makes you feel less than. It makes you feel unvalued, that no matter how much of a person, or no matter how much of a human you are, once you say you're trans, you're instantly labeled as somebody's fantasy or somebody's experiment. And I'm not here for that. I've been treated like nothing but somebody's fantasy. And I'm not a fantasy. I'm not someone that you can take home and lay in bed and just never speak about. And it's truthfully one of the reasons why I now choose to be single, because like I said, that little percent that is okay with transgender women, there's another bigger percent inside of that that only wants something sexual or wants those kind of relations. And I one, don't think I'm a sexual person like that. I don't know if this is DT, I'm sorry if my family's watching this. But I want real connections. I want deep conversations, and I want to learn about your past. I want to meet your mom and make her laugh, because again, I'm cool as fuck. And I can cook. But all of the good qualities get overshadowed by being trans because I'm just in somebody's imagination. And you know, this is just my experience. And I can only imagine how much worse it gets with any transgender woman or any transgender in general. So it's kind of like a catch-22 for me. I disagree with Ed Razek and Victoria's Secret in the sense that transgender women can't be seen as a fantasy. But to your point, Victoria's Secret, no, we are not a fantasy. We are a full-blown reality, and we feel sexy, and we feel feminine, and we feel desired. And we don't need your uninclusive lingerie brand to validate that. But damn, I have so much of their lingerie. But anyways, that is my take on the whole situation. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget, if you like it, put a thumbs up on it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that button that says subscribe. Leave some comments below about how you guys feel about this situation. I know it's been a month past, but share it with me. Let's talk, let's chat. And if this video gets 100,000 views and or likes, I'll post my DMs and we'll see who the real fantasy is. Just kidding. Work hard, slay harder. Love you, bye.